Took me a while to get on here because I just had to find my mic. But now we're on. And now that I have my mic, I can take a breath in and a breath out. Because today was a little bit stressful. I ain't gonna lie. Stress my nervous system a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. We back at it. So in today's live stream, I'm going to be for one, before we get started, go ahead and comment down below where you are from, where you located, and where you repping. What's your city? Before we get started. And if you're joining on the replay, like after the fact, I have some dried fruit that I'm eating. If you're joining on the replay, then also type replay in the chat. On my last 3 live streams, I was eating food, so I'm trying not to eat that much. Today, we'll be talking about a little bit about meditation, mindfulness. Peace, Muhammad Abdul Kareem, Irvington, New Jersey. That's what's up. Today we'll be talking about a little bit about mindset, tools for redesigning the mind, meaning rewiring the brain, meaning finding more clarity and peace of mind, and tools that you can use to do so. And then I wanted to talk about how to do that through journaling. Today's topic is mostly how to reframe your mind for happiness using technique that a method or a tool that I recently discovered, which is journaling. And I'll be sharing a couple of journal entries that I've written lately. I started journaling personally maybe 2 months ago now, and I can say 100% it has increased my happiness level like times 10, times 20 every single day. It's allowed me to see all of the beauty in the struggle, all of those cliche terms that people use, but it really is true. And to show that, I'll be reading some journal entries. But before we get started, again, if you're coming into the chat, comment down below in the chat where you're from, what city are you repping, and then also visit my link that I have pinned. It is a workshop that I'm doing, a virtual meditation workshop called How to Redesign Your Mind Using Meditation. And that workshop is going to be on this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll get to learn how to use meditation, mindfulness meditation to be exact, to go from anxious to joyful and start to implement those different techniques of bringing awareness to your breath, finding calm, finding focus in your everyday life. Hi, Sora. How are you? Let's go ahead and get started. So, again, you can comment down below where you're from, what city you're repping, and let's go ahead and get started. Just some background info. Pants Dawn. Oh, what's that? John heard much love, respect, and good vibes from Seattle. That's what's up. Thank you. Thanks, y'all, for commenting. And as well, I like hearing where you all are from because the universe is so diverse, but sometimes there's like little pockets of people in different places, which just shows, first of all, like how big the place is or the city is, but then also how many people are like-minded that can congregate in a certain part of the world. And I don't think that's by accident either. So that's really cool. I'm trying to decide how many journal entries should I read. I think I have about like 20 of them at this point. How many should I read? And I'm going to kind of like explain the context behind it because some of them might not make sense. Comment down below a number. How many journal entries should I read? I'm definitely going to read the first one because I started journaling because I was frustrated over and over and over again. And sweatpants down. Yeah, man, it's a chill day. It's a chill day today. So, sweatpants and all. Okay, so we're gonna start with this first one, which was my first actual journal entry of 2024. Let's from meditation, sweatpants down from meditation. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, let's start with the first one from 2024. And by the way, if you didn't remember already, go ahead and visit that link in the pinned comment as well. I also got some links in the description box for a free meditation. It's like a meditation quiz to test like how meditated are you, to see how ready you are to start meditating or what type of guidance that you might need to achieve more mindfulness, less stress, and more joy in your everyday life. So yeah, check that link down in the description box. Muhammad Abdul Kareem says three journal entries. Okay, cool. I could do three. That's an easy number actually. Let's start with this first one. I think I'll read it first and then I'll give context around it and then I might read it again. I don't remember what I wrote, but this I wrote this on the 1st of January, 2024. So, and I remember that I was feeling conflicted in myself, and then I was also feeling a little bit upset at myself, and I was also feeling like a failure. So yeah, let's go ahead and read this. January 1st, 2024. I feel defeated, and I don't know exactly why, which makes me feel even more defeated. Oh gosh. I have hope. Whatever God is bringing me through, I will come out 10 times stronger. Do I have time to journal? Do I have time to eat? Do I have time to sleep? WTF, do I even have time to do any more? This debt feels heavy. I don't know why it feels so heavy because maybe I regret signing that contract. How do I reconnect to my innermost being? I must get there. I may never fully arrive in this life, but I'm sure gonna get close to it. Finding peace of mind is a continuous loop. That's the truth. You gotta lose it to find even more of it. I'm so different than those around me, and there's no way to hide it. I feel like an alien sometimes. Oh gosh, I don't remember writing this, y'all. I don't know what's gonna come next. I feel like an alien sometimes. Wow, who feels like an alien sometimes? Is that real? Let me know in the comments. Only a few people can understand, but that's an illusion because many people understand not feeling understood. We're all collective consciousness. My hand cramps up as I write. Oh gosh. This is all a process of learning and growing. I just want to maintain an upright heart posture to stay close to God. F what the rest of the world thinks. Thinking is only perceiving. I'm working on spelling that word right. And by that word, I meant perceiving because I always spell perceive wrong. I'm working on spelling that word right. This is one of the last things I could think to do to ease my mind of the anxiety. Why is anxiety? Why do the eyebrows and the shoulders tense up? All fear of the unknown. I do not know. I am not afraid. I am not scared. I have faith because I trust in God. He is all knowing. Everything is good now. It is finished. That was my journal entry. Whew. I was I was kind of sweating writing that reading that because I had no idea what I actually wrote. Jazzy Can Vibe says me, ASMR Earth Child says me. Y'all, I had no idea I wrote this. So something cool about journaling is that something cool about journaling is actually that it's like a mind dump. It's like a mind vomit. So whatever comes out, it's to me, for me, it's just coming out of the subconscious. And that's why like you can start off journaling, writing one word or one sentence, and then it just turns into a whole page in 5 minutes because the process of just dumping information out of the subconscious looks like that. It's just all over the place. But it seems like it's all over the place in that point in time. But it's really kind of it, it really kind of starts to make wow, it's literally March 13th now. So the 1st of January 2024. And what I was referring to was a large amount of debt that I had incurred, and a something that I was like bound by legally. And me not understanding why I even did it in the first place, but in hindsight, again, now I don't regret the decision at all. And I just want to highlight a couple things in this journal entry. A lot of you all said you related to this. I said, sometimes I feel like an alien. Only few people can understand, but that's an illusion because many people understand not feeling understood, right? Isn't that a bar? Like this is pure poetry. So and a lot of you all mentioned that you can understand that feeling, right? Of just even if you do kind of tell what you are feeling in the moment or you can explain it, sometimes it just is difficult to even explain. And then when it comes out, it doesn't come out the way that you had planned it. And it sometimes takes so much energy that it's like you may as well not explain it. So why not write it down? Because if nobody else gets it, you get it because you're you. So writing it down and then reading it back again can feel really, really liberating once you've came out of that season that you were in when you first wrote it down. And then I also want to come back to when I said this is one of the last things that I could think to do to ease my mind of the anxiety. Why is anxiety? All fear of the unknown. So believe it or not, like when I was in college, when I was in my I believe my senior year of college, actually about to graduate, college was going on my second year of having my YouTube channel. Actually, at that time, I had had this YouTube channel for almost about a year. And believe it or not, I was like in therapy and the therapist wanted to prescribe me with like anxiety medications. And I had no idea why because I didn't think that I had like anxiety, like a clinical diagnosis. And I'm sort of a person that believes that if you think yourself into a state of mind when you're not already there, then you can become what you think about. I mean, that's kind of a general rule of life. But it's difficult to sometimes balance that out, that belief out, with the also valid belief that if you ignore what's already present, then it just gets worse. So, right, like apply that to anxiety, like apply that to if you if you feel like, you don't have anxiety disorder, but you keep on saying to yourself, oh my gosh, maybe I have anxiety. Maybe I have anxiety. I keep like having these instances where I can't breathe and everything just feels so overwhelming. And if you start to think yourself into that, it can become worse, right? But at the same time, if you're already in that state constantly, but you keep reasoning yourself out of it, or you keep explaining your way out of it, or ignoring it, or suppressing it, then it gets worse, you know? So either way, you want to be able to, first of all, you do want to be able to go to somebody with it that you trust. And by the way, I did not I did not end up letting that lady prescribe me with anxiety medication. I didn't feel like I needed it. Like, because first of all, I told her from the jump, I'm not, I don't want to take any medication unless it's in dire need, unless I feel like it's life or death situation. And again, this is now like 3 years ago. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because anxiety is just so prevalent. And I think journaling is a great way to kind of see that unfold in a natural way where you're just releasing thoughts out of the subconscious. It's sort of like a meditation, so to speak. Muhammad says, I could understand how this could be the first entry. You're just finding yourself and feeling yourself through. As you process, I'm sure you have found your way articulating. Yeah, for sure. And it definitely gets better. The journal entries gradually get like more more happy. So this was definitely the first one, and the first one, oh, I have a lot actually. I had a lot more than I thought I had. So this is something that I do every night, by the way, now. Yeah, who relates to having an overwhelming whenever I think of like overwhelming, I just think of like the TD Jakes video where he was like on stage and he was like, have you ever been swallowed up? Where everything is overwhelming, you know? Anyways, yeah, like who can relate to that overwhelming feeling where you feel like there's got to be another resort to your last resort? Because I had done my meditation that morning and was still overwhelmed. So sometimes you have to add an extra layer of protection on to your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. And also, if you want to dive deeper into mental health, meditation, again, go back to the link in my pinned comment for my meditation workshop this Saturday. If you haven't, taken a look at it, I'll be doing a meditation workshop on how to work through things like stress and anxiety with meditation, with mindfulness, really. Sora says, I learned so much from your videos, even the older videos, the way you explain what is anxiety and stress and how meditation helps is so informative and helpful. I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I have a lot of journal entries. Maybe I'll do four or five more. Oh gosh. Okay. I actually want to do, oh, there's more. There's more from the same day. So this was the first page that I just read, and then I flip it over on the back and there's literally more. I think maybe I wrote two in that same day, or maybe this is just a continuation of the first one. Okay, here goes. My thoughts are endless. My lower back feels stiff. What should I do? What should I do first after washing the dishes? What are my priorities? How do I know which priority to prioritize first? Ain't that a bar? How do I know which priority to prioritize first? I'm gonna skip that part. It feels like so much to think about. I gotta get these thoughts out. I shouldn't speak it because I shouldn't speak anxious thoughts. I am okay. I will be okay, but currently I feel very overwhelmed. I need rest. I need socialization, but I also need a way to pay my pay my taxes. Getting older comes with more problems, more concerns, more responsibilities. The way out is in. Ooh, the way out is in. I need relief from my rambling thoughts. I need gratitude. I'm grateful for my comfy black hoodie, for my onesie. I'm super grateful for hot water in the shower, soap, money to pay my current bills, food on the table, a tongue to speak life into others, Ugg boots to keep my feet warm, parents who love me, my grandparents, my warm blanket, Willow Smith, Jay Shetty. Thank you for breath in my lungs. So, yeah, that was a lot. It spoke a lot. I wanna. Muhammad says I'm gonna have to look up that TD Jake saying. It must have been funny since you've mentioned it before. I did mention it before. It was like my second time mentioning it. So, yeah, this was the same day. Wow, these are really reflective. Do any of you all ever go back and listen to your journal entries at all? I would highly recommend it. So, some things I want to highlight here. let's highlight some things. Let's go back and dissect this. So, one thing I said in the beginning of this one was I questioned what are my priorities and how do I know which priority to prioritize first? That's a real thought that happens over and over and over again. And my most recent video, I think, is how to deal with overwhelm and how to prioritize, how to, again, prioritize your priorities. And in that video, I was talking about how a lot of us may be doing busy work, but the busy work isn't really keeping you productive. Just because you're doing things that allow you to appear busy, just because you're doing a lot of things that allow you to feel like you're doing things, allow you to take your mind off of whatever's in the past and whatever's in the future. Just because you're filling your day up with stuff and tasks doesn't mean you're producing results. So busy does not equal productive. Therefore, a lack of productivity will lead to later on you feeling like you're not prioritizing anything. Sorry, I gotta put my lip balm on. My lips are dry. There we go. So what I mentioned here that I don't know which priority to first, that's like saying, man, I have all of these things that I feel like I have to do, but there are so many things that I feel like I have to do that I don't know which one to do first. It's so overwhelming that the overwhelming is producing overwhelm, and it just stacks on top of each other. I also want to highlight what else? Getting older. Getting older comes with more problems, more concerns, more responsibilities. The way out is in. Who thought when they was, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, who thought that they were going to be, I don't know, not where you are today, anywhere other than where you are today? And I'm not that old, y'all. Old. Sometimes in my mind, I be feeling that old because of my circles and the people I get along with and the, I guess, wisdom that I can share with other people and the maternal structure of my relationships and friendships. But honestly, I haven't lived that much life. And sometimes the weight that you take on, like the load that you take on, whether by choice or that's just handed to you in life, seems like you're aging faster or you're having to grow up faster or you're just having to mature faster. And all adults are confused children. Like all adults are children dressed up in suits and thrown out into the world and told that this is how you do it and there's no other way. Or this, and you have a couple options here, but there's no other way to do it. This is how you be an adult. Here you go. Here's all your bills and stuff. So I feel like a lot of us are still children. All of us are still children with other responsibilities. It's not where my, okay. All of us are still children with piles and piles and piles of responsibilities on top that it confuses our minds into adulting. Adulting is confusion. Adulting is forever figuring out how to adult because there's no one way to adult. And that's the whole gag. Oh my gosh, I heard this on a podcast today. I'm gonna get to the comments in a little bit. But I saw this. I was listening to this podcast today, the On Purpose podcast. I've mentioned it a couple of times. Jay Shetty. I actually mentioned him in my journal entry of one of who I'm thankful for, him and Willow Smith. That when you are comparing your life journey to another person's life journey, and you think that you should be a certain place in life, or you should be doing a certain thing, or you should be doing that thing a certain way, then you're basically just like a fish trying to climb a tree. You're like a fish trying to climb a tree. You're a fish who thinks that they're supposed to achieve climbing a tree, when in reality, fish weren't made to climb trees. Fish were made to swim in the ocean. Jaguars were meant to climb trees. Monkeys were meant to climb trees. We're not meant to climb trees if we're a fish. So if the Most High made you as a fish, then be the best freaking fish that you can be. But when we're literally comparing our life journey, or what we think things should look like, to um to our perception of another person's life, then we're never going to be satisfied. And the reason why I said if we're comparing it to another person's perception is because you can never truly compare your life journey to another person's life journey, because you don't even know their life journey, whoever you're comparing it to, or whatever societal standard that you're comparing it to, because the societal standard is a lie anyways. It's just a facade. It's like a filter over life. Anyways, it's fake. But if you're literally looking at somebody else's life and like, man, why don't I have that yet? Their life isn't even how their life is. Like, their life isn't even how it looks. So we might as well just be the best fish that we can be. Yeah, and then I also want to highlight this last thing before I get to the comments, that I started out this journal entry just expressing how I felt, but I ended it off with gratitude. By the way, if you're enjoying this live stream, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. It helps other people find the live stream too. Notice I started off by saying, my thoughts are endless. My lower back feels stiff. I don't know what to prioritize. It's overwhelming. What is anxiety? Why am I anxious? Et cetera, et cetera. But then I ended it off with, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful for this and this and that. And I just picked things that I'm grateful for. Really, really random things. And what that did was it ended off my journal entry, and it ended off my trail of thought on a positive note, because otherwise I would have just definitely I would have gotten out the negative thoughts and purged those, but possibly left my mind off on a cliffhanger, sort of like left my mind off on okay, where do we go from here? So I don't know, maybe I should do like a journaling workshop. Oh my gosh. I just started journaling, and this is just a formula that I know works to end off everything with gratitude, even your prayers. I mentioned in another live stream that this journal entry became my prayer journal. So a lot of this is just me praying, or me giving gratitude through prayer, and then supplementing this with my actual prayer practice, and it helped me with that. But yeah, let's get to these comments. Locks are fire. Thanks. I read my recorded dreams that I've texted into my phone, but the paper and pen is a struggle. It doesn't get as much play. Yes, totally. Also, record your journal entries, voice message, record it, however you want to do it. For sure, that is a lot better for some people, I'll say, because some people are literally auditory learners, they call it. So you might be better off just speaking out your journal entries or hearing it back, and then rather than writing it down. Much love. Appreciate your videos. Have helped me a lot on this journey. I'm glad. Thanks so much. Unrelated, but how do you feel about the TikTok ban? I know they voted on that today. I'm not sure how exactly. Let me look that up. Actually, let me Google exactly what they banned, because I thought that the ban was only for, was it only for like people under the age of 16? The House voted to ban TikTok. How did your California member of Congress vote? Okay. Will TikTok be banned in the US? Um, okay, of course, the bill hasn't been cleared, I guess. They're still evaluating it. In my opinion, if it if it helps younger, more vulnerable ages stay off of TikTok, then I think it will be helpful. I think TikTok, just like every other social media platform, has some very helpful things on it, but then it can have some very harmful, damaging information in it. But TikTok specifically targets younger audiences. Reason why being, I know about analytics. I know my YouTube channel analytics. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, they're all this short form content. This short form content is what they're pushing more than anything. And TikTok was, of course, like the pioneer of short form content, but it was also pioneer of getting younger people on social media. 9-year-olds are out here walking around with phones. How do I know? Because I literally taught a after school program for kids, and I had fourth and fifth grade that day, and I wouldn't expect a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old to have a phone, but this one kid, he had his phone and he was recording this girl behind him and see it because I'm at the front of the class teaching them how to make tinfoil stick figure men, and this one girl shouts out, "Oh my gosh, he's recording me. He's recording me." And then now he's posted it on TikTok. I'm like, TikTok, y'all, this all happened in the matter of 30 seconds, maybe even less. And I'm like, what do you even do in this situation? I'm unprepared. I'm not a teacher. I was just teaching this class for an hour. And so stuff like that, it's like the way that children's minds are, they're developing in their prime stage to learn new things. And I think it's a little more dangerous for social media apps to be targeting younger audiences, specifically with some of the content that they're vulnerable at the age that they're vulnerable to it. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Now, if they're banning TikTok for everyone, I would think that it would be better to censor certain information on TikTok, or maybe, have them get certain parental guidelines like Instagram. Instagram did the same thing. If there's any other reason than that they're banning TikTok, I mean, I think it's valid. I think it's pretty much valid. Your 1111 tattoo looks nice. It's a beautiful angel number. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was my second tattoo, along with this third eye tattoo on my wrist. All right, so that's basically one journal entry down, but I said I was gonna read like at least three. So okay, let's read 15 days later. Here's what I was thinking 15. Oh no, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that one. Oh, this is where it starts to get happy. Here we go. This is on the 23rd of January. I say, at this point, I write to start feeling better, and it works every time. God reminds me constantly how important my existence is. Why do I always feel like there's so much more to do? Daily tasks are starting to seem overwhelming, like eating breakfast. Am I always anxious? I've been feeling continuously sad for a little while, maybe a few months or so. I'm thankful every day. Some days I just wonder, how can I escape? This sounds, why does it sound so dark to me? But I wrote it. This is a healthy way to escape. Everyone always tells me how proud of me they are. My parents, my boyfriend, my I don't know what that word is. Why am I not proud of myself? Or am I? I have no idea. How can I see myself like they see me? I think I need to let go. Every day is different. Some days I'm in, other days I'm out. I'm just so confused as to what exactly about being there is crippling my creativity and self expression. Is it the pressure from other people? Is it FOMO? Do I secretly want to be more relatable to other people my age? I want friends my age, genuine friends, long term friends. Why do I have difficulty connecting? Everything I'm trying to do to help others is the stuff I need help with. And maybe that's why stuff isn't working. I need to always fix me first. What does that look like? Ooh, man, it got hot in here. Man, oh man. Wow, I thought this was gonna be kind of like a happier one. It started out kind of happy, but then it was like, went kind of downhill. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so wow, I'm really exposing myself here, my journal entries, but it's okay, right? Because I know sharing this is definitely gonna help other people, and also it's just gonna shed some light on the fact that, like, the actual videos that I put out, about all of this, mindfulness and how to change your mind and how to hack your brain and stuff like that. Like, everyone is struggling. Everyone, literally everyone. And you're literally never alone with stuff. Even when it looks like people are not struggling, people are struggling. So I know by sharing this, that can really help somebody who's struggling that doesn't feel like another person will understand because they look like they ain't struggling. But that's all. It's all a facade. Honestly. But I will say this, like, your struggle, and this is why I do what I do. Your struggle is for another person's come up. Your struggle is not for you. And that's why I feel like we get selfish. We get real selfish sometimes in our anxiousness, because anxiousness, honestly, it is a selfish trait. Depression is selfish too. And don't take that the wrong way. But anxiety is a selfish trait, and depression is a selfish trait because it's all about me. It's like the ego. Even like the ego isn't just like boastful and pride. The ego, because pride is also feeling like you're the only one going through it. Like I'm the one hurting the most. That's also ego. But we don't see it as that. We sometimes see it as just like, oh, I'm the victim. But the victim mentality is ego. So either way you're looking at it, like it's a selfish frame of mind to be in, to think that, oh, I'm the only one going through this and literally no one else understands. I think I saw a post that said on Reddit that said ego stands for edging God out. Like ego edging God out. You're like rejecting collective consciousness, so to speak. Boom says question. If you got a question, go ahead and ask the question. Yeah, go ahead and ask the question. I know it's getting kind of, I don't know. Was that dark? Do y'all think that's dark? I think it was. I think it was kind of dark. I left some things out just because, yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, this is an open space. So I'm literally exposing myself. So it can't get any more open than this. Some things I wanted to highlight. Yeah, some things I wanted to highlight. This was actually a journal entry that went backwards, and I actually didn't end off with thankfulness. I just ended off with questions. So I started this journal entry out, and again, this is on the 23rd of January. I started out by saying, like, yeah, it's starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel better. And I'm constantly reminded how important that me existing is. But, I'm still overwhelmed. Still, excuse me, still overwhelmed, still a little sad, but I'm thankful every day. Um, but I just wonder how can I escape? And that you sometimes your perception of yourself is different than how other people see you. So like, have you ever felt like you keep on getting complimented on something, but your imposter syndrome kicks in, and then you're like, they got to be lying, like, because I don't feel that way about myself, you know? So have you ever felt like everybody kind of says one thing, or a lot of people, they say one thing like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of you, you're doing good, like just keep going, just keep going. But you feel like they must be lying. Or there must be something that makes them say that. Like why, it must be something else that they're motivated to say that. And your imposter syndrome just kicks in because you don't see yourself like other people see you, right? And then I ended off with questioning why I feel that way. I think this is a good technique to use. Is it pressure? Is it what is crippling my creativity and self-expression? Is it FOMO? Do I secretly want to be more relatable to other people my age? Why don't I have a lot of people my age? Why do I have difficulty connecting, etc.? Yeah, that was a good one. Muhammad says, I find it liberating. Yeah, for sure. Go back and read your journal entries, you all. You may find that you feel like, in hindsight, you conquered something. So, okay. Not this one. I want to read this one. Okay. I guess I'll read this one. There are no. Oh, what is this? 112. By the way, there are no titles to these. They're just. Oh, 2B says all the time, I'm never understanding what people are talking about. I go full on doobie. Wait, what is that word? Dubitative? Like, what is the hidden agenda to this seemingly over unique? Oh, okay, got it. Man, yeah. No, that's real. It happens sometimes when and honestly, can I be completely honest? It happens when white people compliment my hair. Because they say, I like your hair. And then I'm like, what? You like my hair? Like how? Like, what? And I think they must be lying. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole prejudice complex in and of itself. Does anybody ever get that? Think people are lying when they compliment them? Yeah, let's read this one. I love this. Oh, no. More recent. Okay, I like this one. This was on the 26th of, I believe, February. How did it have been? Years in my mind. I am reshaping the way I see the world. I am in the world, but I do not come from the world. I recognize that God's divine light shines through me, and because of that, I will always be His. He'll always be able to recognize me as His own. Thank you, God, for wrapping your arms of protection around me every single time. I take delight in your love. Nothing or no one can hold me back from receiving your love or giving it to someone else, regardless of if they feel like they deserve it. I will get a great night's sleep tonight and will wake up feeling refreshed and well. I drank my turmeric mix, which is a lifesaver. I will not fall asleep driving again. Oh gosh, this day I fell asleep. I fell asleep behind the wheel, but thank God I did not get in, car accidents. But yeah, I fell asleep behind the wheel. I will not fall asleep driving again. It is dangerous. I will pull over or get something hot or eat something hot next time. God, please help me to stay awake on the road. Yeah, man. Had to stop driving. I had this thing where I just really got sleepy all the time while driving, but just specifically while driving. I personally feel like it's rooted in sort expectation of what used to happen in the past. Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of things can be rooted in what happened in the past, and it's not just like on the basis of racism, prejudice, discrimination, but also things that you've been taught growing up, like from parents or from friends or family, that it should be more, that there's more to the story, or that people must be joking when they compliment you. That's a whole imposter. That's like a whole umbrella of under imposter syndrome. Tommy Drone, hello, hey. Muhammad Abdul Kareem says, at earlier times, it was difficult to accept a compliment, but then I began to understand that the praise is due to my Lord. So when that happens, I just say, praise God. Amen. Yeah, amen. Like what Mary said, it's the God in me. It's the God in me for real. It's the God in me for real. Um, yeah, let's maybe read one more. We've been on this live stream for 40 minutes. How many of you all journal in the comments? Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat or something like that. If you journal. By the way, I just want to bring your attention back to the pinned comment. Do y'all see the pinned comment? It says learn to redesign your mind with my meditation workshop. I think that's what it says. Yeah, you can sign up for my workshop this Saturday. It is free, and we'll go over how to rewire your brain using meditation. I've been personally meditating for 3 years, doing mindfulness meditation, bringing your awareness to your breath, enhancing your focus, your creativity, and your self-expression so that you can live life more freely and more joyfully because you know yourself more deeper. Or you know yourself deeper and more true. Yeah, go ahead and visit that link. I guess I'm going to read the next journal entry. Let's go to... I love this. I love this one. This was just the other day. This was on the 8th of this month. Here's what it says. Here's what it says. Peace and abundance are my birthright. Joy is my birthright. I have joy each and every day. I am more connected with the Most High now than I've ever before. Thankfully, I remain humble. I am an extension of the Most High. However, I am also just a human who isn't perfect. However, my imperfections make me perfect. I am forever flawed, and I am grateful for my flaws because they help me evolve. I am grateful for evolution. I am grounded in this present moment. I am excited for where this chapter of life will take me. This whole life is like a beautiful, inspirational, challenging game. And the game keeps automating, depending on your reaction to the automations. I'm thankful for the ego. It helps me remember how far I've come. Super thankful for all the individuals who helped me get exactly where I am today. I love this life. See, that was so happy. That was so happy. Honestly. And that was just the other day. So it's definitely increased my happiness tenfold. And it's definitely still some days, where you just gotta, woosah, and see that everything that feels trashy right now can turn into something really glamorous and glittery. And at the same time it's trash, it can be something that's glamorous because, yeah, I feel like I was going to over-explain that. But yeah, let me know if you all liked this reading my journal entries. If you're not journaling, DJ said, no, I don't journal. Yeah, if you're not journaling, I highly recommend it. Even if you're just reciting to yourself a voice note, I do highly recommend journaling daily because you never know how to get to the root of your emotional self until you find out where the emotions are coming from. And like I said, the first journal entry was just a spitball of emotion. I started with one word in one sentence and then ended up with a whole 2 pages. And before, I had been super resistant to journaling at all, but I'm glad I wasn't. This resonate with joy and alignment. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. I'm glad I shared it. TJ said maybe I will. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. And sometimes it takes some time. For me, what it took me kind of like getting to the last straw of emotional overwhelm to start journaling before. And then when I started, I made it a priority. And it wasn't like I had to make it a priority because I feel like once you see what helps, once you see what's bringing more joy into your life, and once you notice that you're getting better, if it becomes clear what's making you better, then you stick with it because it feels good. It's sort of like you keep rewarding yourself over and over and over again because well, first of all, our brain is trained to respond positively to rewards, and you want to keep improving if you're driven by self-improvement. So yeah. Muhammad said, you've spoken about anxiety enough to the point I'm compelled to share a song of mine. It's called Patient Anxiety by Marcus Eady, my former name. Oh, thanks for sharing. Drop the link. Do you have the link of it? That would be nice. Those feelings and thoughts need to come out. Yeah, for sure. They need to come out because it's going to literally just fester and manifest itself as other things physically in the body if you keep it in. Like I really thought stress was contributing to my eczema. I don't know if you all can see this, but I have eczema on my hand, and this is like the main part of my body that I get it on. It's also on that part, but I have eczema on my hand and it's itching every day, and I don't like to put that steroid cream on it. I had this body butter by this black woman doctor named Dr. Tracy, who makes butter, like healing butters for burn victims, and I've been using that, and it's like a lot of things are not helping like they should, and it just itches. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's something that I'm eating, but there's nothing that I eat every single day that it'd be like, that's it for real. And then also, it's not. I don't take any medications, so yeah. But yeah, this has been a good live stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you really enjoyed me reading the journal entries, then definitely give this a thumbs up so other people can find it too. Waiting for Muhammad to drop that link because I'm gonna definitely listen to that song afterwards. Yeah. Again, I just want to bring your attention to the workshop. I'm having my workshop this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on meditation and mindfulness and how you can use the power of meditation to redesign your mind so that you can grow out of anxiety into joy. Less anxiety, more joy. We all want that, right? I didn't see a link in the chat. Did you drop it on the chat? Let me know. But yeah, I gotta do the rest of my taxes, man. These taxes are a drag. But I'm almost done with it. I'm like 50% done. And the first part literally took me like 20 minutes. So I just got to complete putting in all my documents in there and then paying my taxes. Tax season. Who got their refund already? Anybody? Anybody get their refund? That refund drop yet? Okay. Yeah, Mohammed, I didn't see a link in the chat. I'm not sure if it's when I close the live stream, will it be there? Or I'm also not sure if because this is a live stream chat, attendees of the live stream are not able to drop the link. But I did not see a link in there. But if you want to, go ahead and message me on Instagram if you have Instagram. And I would love to hear the song for sure, for real. So you can message me on Instagram and drop the link on Instagram. I would need to file for that. So much tardiness. I know, right? No, you're not alone. Me too. Like I literally, tax season, it's a drag. I'll leave it on the comment after you finish. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, y'all, like I said, I'm gonna go do these taxes, man. It's tax season. Catch me at the same time, same place next week. I mean, not next week, y'all. Tomorrow evening, Thursday evening, same time, same place. I'm gonna have some more stuff to talk with y'all about on live stream. Do you play video games? No, I'm not a gamer. Only time I play video games is when I'm at my boyfriend's house, and I used to have a Sims character. Her name was Dorinda, and Dorinda had a boo named what was his name? Ronnie, and they was messing around or whatnot. Ronnie got Dorinda pregnant, Dorinda my character, and then she had a baby, and I was like, man, I'm kind of bored with it, so I deleted my Sims character. But yeah, other than that, I like to watch other people play video games, but I'm not too much of a like stream watcher, but I think it's pretty cool. But thanks so much, y'all, for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. Again, if you're here, go ahead and give this a thumbs up so other people can find it too. I'm dropping another video on Friday. It's going to be a banger. And yeah, like I said, tomorrow night, same time, same place. Go to the link in the description boxes and also the link here on the chat for my free workshop. And I hope to see all of you all there. Have a nice night. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. Got my 64-ounce jug right here. Clara, I don't know what you talking about. I'm sorry. Pass down, sweatpants down. Why you keep commenting that? Something wrong with my sweatpants? These joints comfortable. They H&M sweatpants. I had these for like 5-6 years, man. Lord willing, tomorrow, Lord. Yes, thank you. Peace, you all. Please, peace and blessings. Yeah. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye. Peace.